There's something that far too many people between 65 and 80 are still doing every single day without realizing how much harm it's causing. It's not just slowing down their health, but could also be quietly shortening their lifespan. The reality is, once you hit the stage, your body undergoes changes that make certain habits much riskier than before. What worked well in your 40s and 50s might now be putting you at risk for major health concerns, and most people don't even notice until it's too late. That's why in this video, we're going to go over 5 things you need to stop doing right away. If you're between 65 and 80, this is your last opportunity to make these changes before they start having a major impact on your health, energy, and longevity. Stick with me until the end, because the last one is something hardly anyone talks about, yet it's one of the biggest mistakes you could be making right now. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can improve future videos for you. Now let's dive in. Mistake 1: sitting for extended periods without movement. One of the worst things you can do for your body after 60 is sitting too much. You might think, I take a walk every day, so I'm staying active. But here's the problem. Even if you exercise, sitting for hours on end can still raise your risk of heart disease, muscle deterioration, and circulation problems. Research shows that prolonged sitting slows metabolism, weakens the legs and core, and puts extra stress on the joints, all of which contribute to reduced mobility, chronic pain, and a greater chance of falling. Consider this if you've ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt stiffness in your knees or tightness in your back. That's your body signaling that it's not getting enough movement. Sitting for too long decreases blood flow, making muscles and joints stiff, while also increasing the risk of blood clots, weight gain, and even mental decline. This is exactly what happened to someone like George, 72. He always thought that going for his daily walk was enough, but over time, he noticed his legs were getting weaker, and his back pain was worsening. His doctor explained that it wasn't just about walking, it was about breaking up long stretches of sitting. He started setting a reminder to get up and move every 30 to 45 minutes, doing simple stretches or light activity. Within weeks, he experienced less stiffness, better circulation, and even higher energy levels. Here's a quick test. If you've been sitting for more than an hour, try standing up now, rolling your shoulders, stretching your legs, or taking a short walk. If you feel an instant difference, that's proof that your body needs more movement throughout the day. The key isn't just about exercising, it's about staying active consistently. If you've been sitting too much, now's the time to change that. Small movements throughout the day, standing up, stretching, walking around, even shifting positions, can make a significant difference in how your body feels and functions. Mistake 2: neglecting protein intake and losing muscle mass. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 60 is not getting enough protein, and it's costing them muscle, strength, and energy. You might think, I eat enough food, so I should be fine. But here's the truth. As you get older, your body doesn't process protein as efficiently, which means you actually need even more of it to maintain muscle. If you're not keeping track of your protein intake, you're likely losing muscle without realizing it. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, is one of the greatest threats to independence after 60. It creeps up slowly, and most people don't realize it until everyday tasks like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs start to feel more difficult than before. The real issue is that once muscle is lost, rebuilding it becomes much harder. And when muscles weaken, so does balance, making falls and injuries far more likely. This is exactly what happened to someone like Richard, 68. He believed he was eating well, but over time, he noticed his legs felt weaker, his arms looked thinner, and his energy wasn't what it used to be. His doctor pointed out that he wasn't getting enough protein to sustain his muscles. So he adjusted his diet, incorporating more lean meats, eggs, beans, nuts, and protein-packed dairy products. Within weeks, he felt stronger, more energized, and even more stable when walking. Want to check your muscle strength right now? Try standing up from a chair without using your hands. If that feels tough or you feel wobbly, it could be a sign that your muscles are weakening and that your body needs more protein and strength training to prevent further decline. If you're still eating the same way you did in your 40s or 50s, it's time to rethink your diet. More protein isn't just a suggestion. It's a necessity for staying strong, mobile, and independent. If you're still watching this video and find this information useful, drop the number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now let's move on. Mistake number 3, neglecting sleep and interfering with your body's recovery process. Many assume that needing less sleep is just part of aging, but that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions. The reality is, your body still requires high-quality sleep, not just to feel rested, but to support memory, muscle recovery, heart health, and your immune system. The problem is, as people get older, they often develop poor sleep habits that lead to chronic fatigue, increased inflammation, and a higher risk of cognitive decline. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night, had trouble falling back asleep, or felt sluggish even after spending hours in bed, your body might not be getting the deep restorative rest it needs, and the effects can be serious. Research shows that sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, raises the risk of heart disease, and can speed up memory loss over time. Take someone like Frank, 71. He always assumed sleeping fewer hours was just part of aging, but over time, he started noticing more daytime fatigue, brain fog, and even changes in his blood pressure. His doctor explained that deep sleep was still crucial for his body's function, and the key was adjusting his nighttime habits. So he made a few simple changes, reducing late-night screen time, avoiding caffeine in the evening, and creating a bedtime routine. Within weeks, he saw noticeable improvements in his energy, focus, and overall well-being. Not sure if your sleep is actually refreshing? Here's a simple test. Do you wake up feeling rested and ready to go? Or do you feel sluggish and need extra time to get moving? If you're feeling groggy most mornings, your sleep might not be working for you, and now is the time to fix it. Quality sleep isn't optional. It's one of the most important factors for long-term health, cognitive function, and physical recovery. Mistake number 4, skipping strength and balance training. One of the most common mistakes people make after 60 is assuming that walking is enough exercise. While walking is great for heart health and mobility, it doesn't do enough to preserve strength, maintain balance, or prevent falls. The truth is, as you get older, your muscles naturally weaken, your balance declines, and your fall risk rises, unless you take steps to counteract it. Here's something most people don't realize. Falls are the leading cause of injury in older adults, and most falls don't happen because of weak legs, but because of poor balance and muscle loss. If you're not challenging your body with exercises that build strength and stability, you might be unknowingly putting yourself at greater risk for stumbles, trips, and serious injuries. That's exactly what happened to someone like Edward, 74. He took daily walks, assuming that was enough, but one day he miscalculated a step, lost his balance, and suffered a nasty fall. Although he didn't break anything, the incident left him shaken. His doctor explained that his balance was declining because he wasn't engaging the muscles that help with stability. So he started incorporating gentle strength exercises, core workouts, and balance training into his daily routine. Within a few weeks, he noticed a difference. He felt steadier, more confident, and much less fearful of falling. Strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. It can be as easy as using resistance bands, doing bodyweight squats, practicing standing on one foot, or even using a chair for support during leg exercises. The goal is to challenge your muscles and balance to keep your body strong, coordinated, and resilient. Want to test your balance right now? Try this. Stand near your counter, lift one foot slightly off the floor, and see if you can maintain your balance for at least 10 seconds. If it's difficult, that's a clear sign your stability needs improvement. And the sooner you start, the better. Your strength and balance serve as your foundation, and neglecting them after 60 is one of the quickest ways to lose mobility. If you've only been relying on walking, it's time to focus on strength and stability training to help you stay active, independent, and injury-free. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, drop the number 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now let's move on. Mistake number 5, neglecting hydration and letting your body become dehydrated. One of the most underestimated health risks after 60 is not drinking enough water. You might think, I don't feel thirsty that often, so I must be fine. But here's the problem. Your body's thirst signals weaken with age, meaning you may already be dehydrated before you even realize it. Chronic dehydration doesn't just make you feel sluggish. It can lead to joint pain, constipation, kidney issues, confusion, and even a higher risk of falls. Dehydration is sneaky. Many people assume that as long as they drink something throughout the day, they're staying hydrated. But the truth is, by the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind on fluid intake. And the consequences are serious. When your body doesn't get enough water, your muscles weaken, your joints lose lubrication, and your brain function slows, leading to dizziness, poor concentration, and a higher risk of injury. That's exactly what happened to someone like Walter, 76. He assumed he was drinking enough since he had coffee in the morning and a little water with meals. But over time, he started experiencing frequent headaches, muscle cramps, and dizziness when standing up. His doctor explained that coffee and tea act as diuretics, meaning they draw water out of the body instead of replenishing it. So Walter made a small change. He began drinking a full glass of water first thing in the morning and continued sipping throughout the day. Within weeks, he felt more alert, his digestion improved, and even his joints felt less stiff. Want to check if you're drinking enough? Try this. Pinch the skin on the back of your hand and hold it for a second. If it snaps back quickly, you're likely hydrated. If it takes a moment to settle, your body probably needs more water. The good news? This is one of the simplest fixes. Keeping a glass of water nearby and taking small sips throughout the day can significantly boost your energy, digestion, joint health, and brain function. Don't wait until you're thirsty, because by then, your body is already struggling to keep up. Final thoughts? Let's go over the risks one more time. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to think about these 5 mistakes. If you've been making any of them, don't worry. It's never too late to change course. Whether it's breaking up long sitting periods, increasing your protein intake, improving your sleep, adding strength training, or staying hydrated, every small adjustment adds up to a healthier, stronger, and more independent future. The good news is, your body's incredibly resilient. Even if you've been making these mistakes for years, you can start reversing the damage today. The key is consistency. Small daily habits make a big difference over time. Your health isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about staying strong, mobile, and full of energy for as long as possible. So, which of these 5 areas do you need to focus on most? Have you noticed any changes in your strength, energy, or overall health? We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to implement it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.